Hello, and welcome to my show. Today we're going to have a talk with Jeremiah, and he's going to tell us all about his favorite book. Hello, Jeremiah. Welcome to our show. Please tell us all about your favorite book.
Well, my favorite book happens to be, I don't really know. I don't really have a favorite book, but if I did, it would probably be anything by Wayne Thomas Batson. But if I had one, it'd probably also be a series, the very first series that Wayne Thomas Batson ever wrote. It has to do with knights and kings and queens and elves and, well, not elves, but it has to do with monsters and giant centipedes and knights fighting bad guys. It's pretty much like Lord of the Rings and Narnia. If you put those two together, it pretty much be that.
Well, interesting story. I just happen to have those three books, and I've also read those books.
Well, have you now? Well, what did you think of them?
I really liked them. In fact, they are probably also one of my favorite books too.
Oh my goodness. Boy, you are a piece of work. You are now my favorite best friend. And I have like three of them. Well, four now. And you just happen to come up to number one. You are my favorite best friend. I mean, in all four best friends I have, Billy Bob, Billy Joe, Billy Jean, Billy Rogers, and Bob Saget, Bob Saget, are my favorite friend.
Okay, I think you almost called me Jeremiah. Now, my name isn't Jeremiah, it's not Bob Saget. My name is Peter Lake.
You don't say. Peter Lake now, is it? Well, Peter Lake, if that is your real name, will you please tell me who the Hulk's real name is?
The Hulk's real name is the Hulk. Duh.
Okay, and let me reiterate my question. Who is the Hulk's secret identity?
The Hulk's secret identity is Bruce Banner.
Okay then, what is Wolverine's real name and his real name?
Well, Wolverine's real name is Logan, and its real name is Jimmy. No one knows the rest of it. It's probably James or something. I have a friend at work. His name is James. Everybody calls him Jimmy. Well, they don't always call him Jimmy, but they call him Jimmy.
Okay then, what is Iron Man's real name?
Well, Iron Man's real name is Tony Stark, or Anthony Stark, since Tony somehow happens to be short for Anthony, which is also strange. It's like Bob being short for Robert. I understand. It's like they shorten it to Rob and then change the R to a B. What's up with that?
Well, I don't know. In fact, some people, they call me Jeremy. Some people call me Jer. What's up with that? Jer, I hate that name. Why people gotta call me Jer? At least they can call me Jerry or Jeremy. In fact, when I was in middle school, people did call me Jerry. I didn't like it none.
Okay, so now that we've gotten on off the topic of that, what is your opinion on the zombie epidemic that we might end up going into?
Well, my opinion on the zombie epidemic is that I can't wait. Us rednecks, we love them. Because we see a zombie walking down, we just happen to have our M14 with us. So we aim, shoot, and we end up hitting it in its body, and finally, and then we end up having to reload. But then, the strange part is that no matter how many times you shoot in the body, whether it be the arm or the stomach or the foot or the heart
or the lungs or the liver or anything else. If you miss that head, it ain't gonna go down. Well, I mean, it might go down. Like if you take out its legs, it's gonna go down, but it's not gonna go down in the sense that it's gonna die. No, it's gonna go down in the sense that it'll probably end up crawling after you, or you'll make it fall, and then it'll have to get up and come after you. It's like if you take a water bottle and you chop off, I don't know, a deer. If you chop off its legs with a water bottle, like this water bottle here, viewers at home, yeah, if you chop off that deer's legs with the water bottle, it still has two legs, so it can get up on those two legs, do like a handstand, and it can come after you or run away. I mean, why? Just why? I mean, how do you even chop off a deer's legs with a water bottle? It's not even sharp. It's like dull. It's like I'm hitting my arm. You hear it, people, the viewers? I'm hitting my arm and it's not coming off. So, how do you expect to take off a zombie's arms and legs with a water bottle? I mean, it just ain't gonna work, or at least not very well. It's so dull that if you did try to do it, it would take forever for you to chop off a zombie's arms or legs with a water bottle. Okay, interesting. What do you recommend as the best way to chop off? I mean, to take out a zombie, like kill it. Well, I would suggest taking a gun or even a sharp object or a bayonet, which is the combination of a gun and a sword or a machete or a knife. Okay? This bayonet, it goes on the end of the gun, like so, and then you can shoot the zombie. And if you happen to miss him while he's running after you, instead of taking time to reload, you can just whoosh, 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 chop off the zombie's head, arms, legs, or other parts of the body that are unneeded for the zombie. Okay? But best way, in my opinion, is to shoot the zombie in the head. Okay, shoot them in the head. But you gotta be careful, because you might end up missing the brain, which is the most important part of zombie. Because without a brain, a zombie is just, it's dead. It's like one of those people at school you just don't like because they don't got no brain. They just are like, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm smart, oh yeah. So, you just gotta make sure you take out the brain, or those zombies are gonna be like those people at school. They're like, oh, I don't got a brain, but I'm smart because I'm popular. So you just gotta make sure you take out the brain. Okay? You gotta shoot for the head, and you gotta make sure it goes through the eye and out the exact opposite side. Because if it goes to the right or to the left of the head, it'll miss the brain completely. And then you'll be like, oh, I just shot that guy in the head and he's still walking after me. What am I gonna do, Sarge? What am I gonna do? And then, so if you hit that brain, then the zombie's gonna be like, ooh, and the zombie will not ever again get up unless somehow by black magic or by some crazy lunatic no brain in the head scientist comes over and goes, and if it's black magic, then black magic guy will go, oh goodbye, oh goodbye, oh goodbye, and then the zombie's gonna rise up, and then since you already took out its brain, it's gonna come after you, and you're just gonna have to chop it up and leave pieces with your water bottle again. With your gosh darn water bottle again. But anyways, and then if a scientist comes up, it's gonna use its scientific mumbo jumbo that I have no idea what it means, and the zombie's gonna come up. And the only way to kill a scientific zombie is to chop off its head. Chop off its head, its arms, its legs, and any other parts of the body that may not need to be there. So, like its stomach, or its liver, or its heart. Oh, and by the way, you can also kill a scientific zombie in the heart. But it takes two to the chest and one to the brain to kill a zombie in the heart. Okay? It's like if you see a blood stain on a zombie's shirt and it happens to be one bullet is in the heart and one bullet's in the head and you still see it walking around, that either means that it's a scientific zombie or it's just a zombie that somebody missed in the head because they weren't right in the head and they were drunk off cigarettes and smoking alcohol. Because, people do that. They're dumb and stupid like that. So, anyways, if you got a scientific zombie, you could probably see someone that's like, a zombie, anyway, it has to be a zombie because a person's not gonna be able to survive a shot to the heart and a shot to the head. Either way, they're gonna either be in oh my gosh darn pain, or they're gonna be dead on the sidewalk. They're not gonna be in the street or in the yard. They're gonna be dead on the sidewalk. So if you see a zombie with a shot with one shot to the heads and one shot to the brains, I mean the hearts, then with a scientific zombie, and somebody just gosh darn forgot to shoot out it heart, two in the chest, one in the head, and by the chest I mean heart, and by head I mean brains. You gotta shoot out its brains. That's one of the most important parts of killing a zombie, if not the only important part. And you gotta make sure that you shoot it in the brains. You can't be in the head, in the side of the head, in the front of the head. It has to be in the brains. And since there's two parts of the brains, you might as well make sure you either go through both parts once, or you shoot both, or you shoot one part and then you shoot the second part, the left lobe or the right lobe. And if you want to get even more technical about it, you gotta make sure you shoot the right frontal lobe, left frontal lobe, back left lobe, right left lobe, whatever they're called. I don't know the scientific gumbo mumbo jumbo. Anyways, so yeah, you gotta make sure it's two to the heart, one to the brain, or you can even do it this way: two to the brain and one to the heart. As long as it's a combination of it, as long as it's the 1-2 combination, it's okay. But if you shoot it in the left heart, unless they're a birth defect and have their heart in the the right side of their chest, then you gotta make sure, just to be safe, just shoot every zombie 4 times in the chest. That's 2 times on each boob, and once in the brains, or actually, yeah, once or twice in the brains. Even though you actually only have to do once. So then, instead of being the 2-1 rule, it'd be the 4-1 rule or the 4-2 rule, which also just happens to be 4-1-1 in retrospect. Yeah. So if you guys need a way to be able to discover the difference between scientific, magic, and real zombies, check out Max Brooks' Zombie Survival Guide. Okay? And then you'll be able to survive from the zombies in your house, on the run, in a church, in a prison, on top of a roof, in an apartment building, walking down the street, making runs to go get food, supplies, ammo, anything you ever need, video games, books, Bologna, time clockers, deodorances, Bibles, uh, headphones, light standees, anything, telescomometers, thermometers, brain sconometers, you name it, you'll be able to get anything. But you gotta read this zombie survival guide if you want to know how to protect yourself. Cause cause you don't want to end up falling asleep in a place you think is secure, only to wake up to zombies chewing on your arms and your legs and your hearts and your brains and your minds. Oh my! Cause once you got lions and tigers and bears, oh my, you're done for. Cause if you get in a fight with a lion, that's one thing. If you get in a fight with the tiger, that's one thing. If you get in a fight with the bear, that's another. That's one thing. But if you get in a fight with a lion and a tiger, you're dead. If you get in a fight with a lion and a bear, you're dead. If you get in a fight with a tiger and the bear, you're dead. If you get in a fight with a lion and a tiger and a bear, you're dead 3 times in a row, over, under, out, inside, backwards, left, and right. You know, those lion, tigers, and bears, oh my, those are some pretty nasty things. I mean, if you take the ferociousness of a tiger, multiply it by the strengthlessness of a bear, and divide it by the endurance of a lion's, you got death a la mode. You got death to the power of three, boy. The power of three, three, four, seven. Seven! I mean, seven. Three was bad enough. Then four. Oh my gosh, four! Four is like even worse. And then, man, if you got seven, you best be abandoning your whole town. Get everybody in your town and abandon it to the west. If you're already in the west, go farther west. Go in the ocean. Go into China's. Go into Japan's. Go into Korea. North Korea, South Korea, West Korea, East Korea, Northwest Korea. It don't matter which Korea. Just go to a Korea. And because if you want to survive, you gotta move west. Don't move east, cause the trouble. You got the zombies, the lions, the tigers, the bears. Oh my! You got the disease, the black magic, the scientific magic, the black, the magic, the whatever. You got it all coming at you from the east. But you gotta be careful not to go too far to the west, cause once you get too far to the west, you end up in the east. You're not gonna be able to escape it unless you keep heading west. You keep heading west. Once your town has been overrun, you head west. If you're in China's, you head west to America's. If you're in America's, you head west to Canada. If you're in Canada, you head west to Europe. You head west. And because if you head east, you're going into a whole lot of trouble that you're never gonna be able to escape because the alarm clock said so. In this book right here, this book, you see what I'm saying, Peter Lake? This book right here, it can tell you how to survive. How to survive the lions and the tigers and the bears and the zombies. Oh my, you thought zombies were bad. You thought tigers were bad. You thought lions were bad. And you thought bears were bad. But guess what? You got all four coming after you, buddy. And they're gonna eat you and turn you into a zombie bear lion. A bear liger. A bear liger. I like bear. I, I like a bear. I like a bear. They're gonna turn you into a like a bear. No. No, it's not a lager bear because you got a zombie. So you're gonna be turned into a zombie lager bear. A zombie lager bear, which is way worse than anything you could ever face on Earth or water or space. But yes, in space, you got the oxygen, you got the oxygen about to be sucked out of you at any moment in the water. You got the possibility of your boat sinking and you being floating in the ocean for the rest of your whatever days you have left. If you got 3 days, you're gonna be in the ocean for 3 days. If you're in the space, you're gonna be in the space for 5 seconds because that's how long. Because actually, no, it's not 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds before all the oxygen in your lungs gets taken out of you. But if you can find help in that 20 seconds, if a spaceship just happens to come around and pick you up in that 20-second period, you will survive. It's like that song. So now I head out the door. Dun 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 dun. Na 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 na. So now I will survive. I will survive. Yeah, it was just me snapping. We rednecks, we snap. That's our music. Uh, oh yeah. Oh, she don't know. Oh, she don't know she's beautiful. She don't know she's beautiful. Yeah, you always thought those band boys. What makes it the Atomic D or whatever their name is? One Direction. I don't know. You always thought they're the ones who wrote that, but really, we rednecks, we wrote that to snapping just to be like this. And then sometimes we had to be like this. But that's what we sang it to. So it's like this. Yeah, insecure. You don't know what you are insecure for. So come on, you got it wrong. I don't really remember the rest of the way the song goes. But we Redneck, we wrote that song. They didn't write that song. I'm just kidding. One Direction, you're awesome. I love your music. At least that one song. Just kidding. Yeah, we actually didn't write that. We, as a band, us Rednecks, yeah, we formed a band called the Rednecks, and we sung about a guy who had a cotton. We sung about a guy who had a cotton, whose eye was, who had a cotton eye. You heard a cotton mouth. Well, this guy had cotton eye, and his name just happened to be Joe. So we took his name. We took his name Joe. We added cotton to the first of it, and added ed, so cottoned, cotton eyed. No, it'd be eyed, cotton eyed. We took the name of what was wrong with him, and then his name. So Cotton Eye. And then we add an ED, so Cotton Eyed. Cotton Eyed Joe. Cotton Eyed Joe. Cotton Eyed Joe. And then because every time a guy liked a girl in our small town, Joe, he would always whenever that feller was about to get married, unless they were above a certain age, whenever that feller was about to get married, or Joe, I mean, he went and stopped him from getting married. He took the guy's wife, guy's girl, and he stopped him from getting married. So that's where the lyrics Cotton Eye Joe came from. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. See, if it hadn't been for Joe, I would have been married to my high school sweetheart. My high school sweetheart, Debbie Marie, Debbie Marie with the one buck tooth and the fur on the lip and the eye and the lazy eye with the nice hair and the beautiful face. Debbie Marie, I love you. Debbie Marie, if you're listening to this broadcast on the radio, actually it's on YouTube. Okay, on YouTube, if you just happen to be watching this, Debbie Marie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever did what I did. It's all Joe's fault. That's why we made a song about it so all you other women fans would know about why we weren't able to get married. Because Joe stole you. He done stole you from us. And he told you we want to dump you. No. I love you, Debbie Marie. I loved you, Maria. I loved you, Jeanette. Right, you said this is on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. Oh snap! I don't think I should have said all that. Debbie Marie, Maria, Joanne, and any other girl that I dated in high school and college in our little town. Just take out your brains and take out that last part that I just said about loving all you other girls, because there's only one girl for me, and none of you were there. I mean, I'm gonna stop talking about Eva Marie and Joanne and Maria. So, anyways, that's how I became the famous redneck I am. Killed all them zombies. I wrestled a bear once. Or did I once wrestle a bear? I know I wrestled a bear once, but did I once wrestle a bear? I don't know. I forget. Anyways, yeah. So, any other questions you got for me, sir? Well, no, you've actually taken up all our time for today. So, thanks for being on the air with us, and I hope you're able to be on the air with us another time, maybe. And viewers of YouTube, tune in next week when we have a special guest come in, our second guest of all time. Thank you.